Hello.
There it is for the last time in 2024. That
Right.
wonderful hello. Our post-Christmas, pre-New Year's video.
Yeah, it's been a good year.
It's been an amazing year. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The single best year of my entire life. Amazing. If I could encourage any of you to jump out and follow your dreams, please come on in. The water's fine. It's treating us right. So
Yeah.
let's see. Last week was Christmas. Tell me about Christmas.
One of my favorite Christmases ever.
That makes my heart so happy.
It was wonderful. Yeah, first of all, you were with me, so it lightened the workload a lot.
Oh yeah, this was the first
nice.
year that I wasn't working at my former job, so I had more time to get more done. And it was nice to experience that and to give you props in front of everybody for carrying, 37 Christmases by yourself? Oh my goodness.
Not really by myself, but yeah, it is a lot of work. And I don't think I realized it till we were doing it together and we were both getting tired. So I don't know how I did it with young children.
Kudos to you. Yeah, two small kids and doing all the work. That's crazy.
Yeah, and a lot of you are still doing that. So
and kudos to you.
Yes.
Let's see. Christmas was beautiful, wasn't it? It was really beautiful.
We got a lot of time with our kids, more than we usually do.
So good.
And it was very sweet, and I loved it.
It was beautiful. Today is Friday, and we're bringing you our Thursday video on Friday late afternoon.
We're getting later.
But it was a beautiful Christmas. Some things don't change. The tree is already down.
Yay. Yeah, I remember when the first year we were married and we had Christmas, you took the tree down on Christmas, that evening, and I was like, what just happened? But I actually do like getting it down earlier than later because it takes up some space.
This tree was probably our favorite tree, and sadly spent the least amount of time in the house. It was
that's true.
That was weird. It was weird.
Yeah.
Let's see. Christmas, which I thought we'd do a little bit about what we learned this year.
I like that.
Where we're looking on going next year. But before that, our last video, I took some comments and some personal interactions, especially the personal interactions on the mistletoe thing.
Yes.
How much mistletoe is around this house?
Oh, it's up all year round.
It is. There is literally mistletoe that hangs from our headboard all year round. It's kind of our version of Always Kiss Me Goodnight.
Yes.
So it's there's literally mistletoe with a red ribbon that hangs on our headboard all year long. And there is so much mistletoe around here. Let's see. Yeah. There we go. Oh, what's this? What's this? Oh,
look at that.
Oh, look at that. So there is a ton of mistletoe. People have started buying me mistletoe because they know what a fan I am. This is always one of my favorites. An extendable mistletoe.
I see it.
Meet me under the mistletoe.
Yeah, somebody asked how many times I've kissed you under the mistletoe or something. Only God knows.
I don't even think they know what that number is. They can't even count that high.
No, it's on your cup.
Let me drink out of my cup. In my shirt.
In your shirt. You have socks.
There is no end, people. It's on there's a carpet over there. There's ornaments. It's
yes.
So thanks for being so patient with me. So there's the mistletoe aspect. Anything on New Year's? You got anything you want to talk about New Year's? We kind of have a standing
we're pretty low key on New Year's. We just like to, of course, this is our first New Year's where you don't have to work in the morning. But yeah, we always watch When Harry Met Sally.
When Harry Met Sally.
Favorite New Year's.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many years we've been watching that, but a lot.
A lot. Usually have a nice dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I think the last time we were awake for New Year's, any guesses?
Maybe
midnight.
20 or 2000.
2000. We did make it till
Yes.
So that was going to be mine.
I
we
don't
went
know
over
if
to my
that's
mom's
true or not,
house,
but yeah.
and we were waiting for the world to shut down. And as we left the 1900s, we were waiting for the world to shut off. But we survived.
We did.
At least another 24 years. And then New Year's, beautiful night, kind of more of a romantic kind of just me and you night. I really like that. Nice movie. New Year's Day, kind of a sad day around here, kind of an in memorial.
Yeah. I lost my dad on New Year's Day many years ago, but yeah, it's always a little
somber.
A weird
it's a
time.
Sad time. But he was a good man.
Yes.
And I think it's sweet that it still affects you this many years later. But he was that good of a guy, right? And you guys had that good of a relationship that all these years later, it's still kind of a somber occasion.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. Moving on to business. I left my last job on January 4th of 2024.
This year, yeah.
So that's what, 357 days ago or something like that.
I did not do the math. But yeah, we're coming up on our one-year anniversary.
And thank you again for the best year of my life. And what was good?
What was good this year?
Yeah, what was good?
So many good things. I really loved working together. And it was kind of a natural thing. Like there wasn't really it wasn't a hard adjustment. It felt like it just kind of worked and kept working.
Yeah.
So that was nice. I like working with you. And
thank you. That made me nervous. We always thought we could do it. But then actually doing it is different than when you think, right? I remember there was one day I was sitting right over there on that bar stool, and I started getting in my head, is she over me? Does she want me to go back to work? Is this done? Like, was this, the best, 3 weeks of my life, and then it's over? And I never said anything, but you just walked by and you ran your fingers through my hair as you walked by, and going into the other room was one of those, I just love you and love you being here. And I might cry now. It was the perfect thing to do at the perfect moment, even though it was all taking place inside my head. You had no idea. You just ran your fingers through my hair, and it was good. It was good. So, what did you learn this year?
A lot of things. I learned that I still have a lot to learn.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We're still in our rookie season.
Yeah. So I don't know how many of you know us personally, but I went back to school in my late 40s, and I really just graduated from business school 3 years ago. And
what'd you graduate?
Summa cum laude.
Bam!
But it had always been a dream of mine to have a business, and it had always been a dream of mine to go to school too. So those were kind of two long time dream fulfillments. But it's different learning about business and actually doing a business. And so now it's been kind of fun to get my toe in the water and just try some things out. And like I said, I still have a lot to learn. I've been considering this my graduate school program.
Nice.
Actually starting a business and seeing if it can succeed. And I feel that this year was successful. It was
a good year.
Yeah, we have a lot of. I hope that we'll grow considerably, but I feel pretty good about this year.
Well, at this point, I still expected to be putting money in. So at that point, we're not making boatloads of money or anything like that, but we have progressed and we are making money. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, me too.
It has been the best year of my life for sure. Gosh, we've learned so much. If I learned the number one thing I learned is probably picking out what people will buy is crazy.
Yeah.
You have this amazing thing and you go, oh, everybody's going to want this, and nobody buys it. It sits there forever. It sells eventually, but it doesn't go quickly. And then you're like, should I even put this in there? And it's gone next day.
Yes.
Like predicting
really
what people will buy is so strange. So that would be my number one takeaway from what did you learn? I thought I had a better grasp on what people would buy than I do.
Me too. And, watching other people, we call it picking, but watching other people pick items for resale looks a lot easier than it actually is. It's pretty hard.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, really hard, actually.
Oh, I could do that. It's like...
Yeah. Yeah. It is. It's hard. And for me, it's not as enjoyable as I expected it to be. I do enjoy the crafting part much more.
Oh, yes.
So
I think we're kind of looking forward, planning next year. I plan on personally delving into the creative side more.
I'm so excited about that.
So that's been kind of a weird transition. I did things one way for 25 years, and believe it or not, you don't know how much that affects you until you don't have to do what you did before.
Yes.
And it changes you the way you think, and you don't even notice it really at first, but then you're just one day you're like, oh wow, look at that. So this has been a real growth year for me, or I don't know how you would say that, a transformation, change, shaking off some stuff, picking up some stuff.
Yeah, I watched it happen, and it's been kind of fun to watch because, you work in corporate America and you did the same job for many, many years, and you get used to, even though your job was fairly independent, you still had, metrics that you had to meet, expectations that you had to meet, and not having those is kind of a weird feeling.
Oh, it's super weird. It's super weird. It's super weird. I don't know how to explain it other than it's better than you think it could be, and even more complicated than you think it could be. There's more there than you think is there until it starts showing itself.
Right. I would agree. And for me, I came from a different background, but, leaving school, there are every semester you have to have so many credits, you have to do this to get this grade, and having a business is really not like that.
It's been weird. It was as soon as last night. Last night I dreamed about my old job.
You did.
Isn't that crazy?
That is
After
crazy.
A year, 350 some days, I'm still having dreams about it. So that's been an adjustment. Yeah. What are you going to do differently, better? What are you looking forward to in 2025?
Well, looking back and having some data, keeping all the records that we have has been good. Like we can look at that a little bit more. And I realized that the picking is not as enjoyable. There'll still be some of that, but I think we're going to take the emphasis off of that so much and put it more on creating and crafting, in particular, helping other people craft. I get a kick out of teaching other people how to use like the IOD products.
Sure.
And seeing the things that they create. I love that, and I want to do more of that.
That's awesome. And I wanted to take a moment and say thank you to the people that have shown up for these things, right?
Oh, yes.
Our friend Teresa, always showing up. Yes. Kevin, always showing up, getting out of his comfort zone, doing some things, teaching his niece and his nephew how to do this stuff. Thank you, Kevin. Right. Even my friend Charles shows up. At one point, I left, I said in a video that I'm not a big fan of squirrels. And lo and behold, my buddy left a squirrel square in our booth and trying to torment me. So a lot of support, a lot of love, a lot of hijinks.
Yeah, so much support. We tallied up all the views from our videos this year.
So we do a video every Thursday. Ish. Thursday-ish. And we did 51 videos this year. and we have 28,200 views so far.
Yeah.
Wow, good for you.
That's
And
pretty exciting.
thank you,
Yes,
guys.
yes,
Thank you so
thank
much.
you.
That has been insane.
It has, because our followers share our videos, and because of all of that, like that added up to a pretty large number.
28,000 views. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
That is crazy to me.
So thank you. Thank you, Gail. Thank you, Diane. Who all?
Absolutely. Anna, Kevin,
yes,
Dispose Bros,
yes,
Clifford,
Dispose Bros.
Dallin, all the people that are always sharing them. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
It's been crazy. It's been crazy. So this year was the best year. I anticipate this next year will be the best year again.
I hope so. I hope we make the right adjustments.
Yes.
I expect that we will continually be adjusting. And
yes.
I think when I first suggested some adjustments, you thought it was kind of a failure, or
it was a struggle.
Yeah,
but it's like, oh, she wants to change all this stuff. We're not doing it right, or we're not doing it well enough, or something like that.
Yeah, but we're learning and readjusting. So yes, creating and teaching others to create is one area that we really want to focus on. And then another one, we want to work more on our soap line.
Yes, so I really enjoy the soap part. That has been fantastic for me. And then I thought you did something really good. You did a lot of number crunching and finding out how profitable the IOD was versus the labor that was put into it versus the labor that we put into the vintage stuff. Versus the profit on that was a huge difference. So we're putting, we work hard. We do some IOD stuff, but that paid off pretty well. And then the vintage stuff, where we spent a majority of our time, we didn't do as well as we thought we did. So that was interesting. That was super interesting. Yeah. So we're used to call it sharpening our pencil, getting better at what we do.
Yes. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, we're just sharpening our pencil. So in closing,
thank you for taking this risk with me. I know it was a bigger risk on your end than on my end in some ways. And I appreciate you doing that for me.
Well, if there was ever a person on this planet I was going to do it with, it was going to be you. You are the most encouraging, positive, hardworking, humble, wise person I've ever met in my life. So I don't know how I could not do this with you.
Thank you.
And then thank you to everybody for the support. This thing kind of shifts and changes shapes and kind of progresses going forward. And we'll see what it looks like when we do this video next year. We'll see where we're at, right?
Yeah, what adjustments we'll make. We'll probably have to make more in between there.
Yes.
But
there will still be some solids, some consistence. Mistletoe will be back next year.
I'm sure.
I guarantee it. But
and I did want to say that you did pull off Employee of the Month 12 times this year.
I set a record for Employee of the Month. 12 consecutive months as Employee of the Month. How amazing is that? So the rest of you try harder. All right. Well, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Thank you so much for everything.
Yes.
And see you. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye, guys. Thank you for everything.
I'm slow getting over here.